Hi, I'm Matt with Reed's Custom Food Plots. I want to welcome you to Pella, Wisconsin. We're really excited about the project that we're going to be starting here today. This project here in Pella is one that got started roughly 15 or 20 years ago by some team members on our crew here. And there was a very specific plan that was laid out for this property. They executed it really, really well. And over the course of time, that plan has changed. The trees have grown up. There was trees that were planted that are now becoming mature. The neighbors have done some things that have affected how this property hunts. And the deer herd has changed. The deer numbers have gone up pretty substantially. So it's time to look at the plan that we put in here 15 or 20 years ago and get that updated so it's current.
So our goal here is to go back in and continue to adapt that plan to not only improve the quality of the woodlot, but also improve the quality of the food that's going to be available down in this area.
One of the first orders of business is going to be to bring our timber harvester in here, and we're going to harvest some of this timber behind me with the goal in mind of expanding this food source that's out here. These trees that we're going to be harvesting were actually planted as part of the original plan to enhance bedding and cover and security for the deer, and it worked beautifully for the first 8, 9, 10 years as those trees were growing up. But what's happened is those trees are now beyond the point where they're providing much cover because they're shading out the ground. They're starting to self-prune from the bottom. So we're going to go ahead and bring in that harvester. We're going to take about an acre's worth of these trees out and continue to evolve the plan that was put in originally here a long time ago. So right behind me, you're going to see a pretty substantial stand of poplar or aspen that's back there. So of course, when this project started, it was much smaller. Well, that stuff has matured pretty significantly now, and it's time to go in there and harvest some of that. So our goal is going to be to take this aspen stand behind us, clear cut that, and start regenerating roughly 10 to 20,000 stems an acre. It'll be important when we bring that timber harvester in here. We're going to walk you through the process of marking out that line, where that edge is going to go, what timber we're going to harvest. Then we'll be able to show you the end result when we're all done. This area behind me was originally planted as this farm was being developed out of agriculture and more into a hunting property. Thought it would be a great area in a south-facing hill to develop a bedding area that deer could come in and hide in and whatnot. Well, we've arrived at a point now, you can see behind me, there's really no reason for a deer to be in here. These trees have grown up to a point now where the ground is completely shaded. The trees are actually starting to prune themselves up, so it's getting more and more open as time goes on. So we're going to go in here with the timber harvester and we're going to start taking out some rows of these trees to try and regenerate some new growth, give deer more reason to be back in this area as we continue to develop the plan here in 2022. So on the southwest end of this pine plantation, the original design was a small little kill plot that bordered right next to the bean field that's behind me, and it worked out great for a lot of years. But again, what's happened here is these planted pine trees have gotten way too big and they've really encroached on this, putting in a lot of shade. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these pine trees, we're going to push them back to the north a little bit further up that hill. It'll be a great little kill spot going from that bedding area up the hill to this spot down to the bigger field at the bottom of the hill. So thanks for coming along to the introduction to our project here in Pella, Wisconsin. It's going to be a really fun summer as we shoot about 5 different episodes. We're going to be looking at everything from timber harvest to dozer work to planting to hunting and everything in between. We hope we can share a lot of information with you that'll be helpful to you as you continue your journey in developing your property and your plans for the future.